Let's wait. Let's all just find data. He's taking off soon.
Yeah, I'm just kind of admiring how beautiful the eclipse looks.
There are so many people here. There's a Terrapin, a Carrack, an 85.
Oh, where's the Carrack?
He might have left.
Well, the only ship that I have is this Aurora.
And there are how many ships on the pro pads?
Pro
1, 2, 3,
pad.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ships on the pad on the pro pads.
I don't know what a pro pad is.
How many ships?
Pro
can you
pads
spawn?
are pads that you can land on without docking permission.
Oh,
That I like
There's-
that name. I'm gonna start calling them that.
That's literally what they're referred to as.
oh, I've never
Yeah.
heard that before. I
Pro
totally
is, a,
believe
pro
it.
is an abbreviation. I don't know why I just call them pro pads. But yeah, if you look for Alpha 1 and 8 Delta, I'm hovering over them. Too small,
Holy
too large.
shit, that is a
I
lot.
thought you were making a joke that like that's what pros use, but I like
No,
that.
it's literally
I mean,
the
it
pro
is.
pad.
Yeah,
It is.
I guess it can be both.
You want to live stream it?
Using the noob hanger or the
What
pro pad.
the heck?
Noob hanger or the pro pad?
My
Hey,
dream is to get. I'm gonna try to save up the money and get the 600i.
When you're a pro pilot, Steve, it actually spawns you on those pads. That's why they're called the pro pads. We're all just
True.
yeah. We set up.
So
like-
Olisar only has pro pilots, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's why they're getting rid of it. It was too
Many
hot
pros.
to handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
But
hot
then
to
another thing
handle,
though, if you look at the
too cold to
pads,
hold.
the only way onto the pad is with a like person-sized door. Like there is no hanger or anything.
I thought
It
there
is
was a big
just-
door right there. Is it there?
That big door does not open. There's a
Yeah,
tiny
yeah,
little
yeah.
door for a
No,
person.
sorry,
That's it.
I was being sarcastic about the spawning there thing.
Alright, data machine
Yeah.
is out of the hangars, flying away
Didn't
from
they?
the
Actually,
didn't
it's
they
gonna
say
push down
they
for a
could
second.
use that space station?
Bit of a
Now
hard
to,
landing, but
God, I feel rusty. It's amazing how very small amounts of time away from this game.
It's punishing. Yeah, it's like reverse steep learning curve.
Alright, I'm gonna
Well,
slowly
it's like-
start heading down towards New Babbage.
so should I form upon you? Then
A farm.
I'll take 2.
I am going to go and repair.
3.
I am directly behind right now. Well, trying to get into it.
Alright,
Oh,
I'll hold
you
this
look-
course and
you
Not
look
speed.
sure how
great.
much.
The nose of this ship is so
Where?
well done.
Which pad is it given me? Where's my pad?
Oh,
You guys know how a KC-135 is painted?
No.
That's how the Eclipse should be. It's got a beak, like its nose is black.
Mm.
I
Casey
think
with
the
the
Eclipse should have a
is that
beak.
the refueling
Fire
one?
power on the
Yeah,
profiles?
yeah. Strato Tinker.
Hi, is anybody
anyone
else
live in
getting...
Canada area?
Oh, never mind. I figured it out.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm-
sorry, what was the question?
Anyone getting a hurricane that's coming this way?
I don't
I would
know what you
appreciate
mean.
if the party at Babbage hang on for a second. For me
Oh.
to
Yeah, we're
get
we're
the
just
repairs.
slowly flying away at like 50 meters a second. You got plenty of time.
20,000!
Go ahead.
Outrage!
Indeed.
How do I change my targeting so it's not like the hard lock just kind of marks
What are you using?
mouse and keyboard?
If you're using a mouse and keyboard, just press in on the scroll wheel and it'll change
Left alt 1. Left alt 1.
Thank you.
I use
There we go.
I only have...
Wait, I thought that was a pin target command, Turi. Did that
Yeah, that's what I
change?
was asking. That's what I was asking. So I can
Okay.
pin data without actually hard locking him.
I should remember to do that. That's a
I
good
didn't think
idea
they
for
made
formation.
32
Wait,
Left-
is
It's
there no
left
default keybind for like the actual cycle target what's it called?
Target pins.
Hurricane is this question. No. There's a target selection, like the one level below target locking. There's all those keybinds in there.
That is pinning, isn't it?
I'm gonna use my.
No.
Selected is the one that gets highlighted, and then
Hmm.
there's lock, and then there's pin.
But I think Turi
Interesting.
uses pinning to get the selection effect because he was testing this on me, Steve. You know, you get a different lock indication, like a yellow light instead of a red. He does. How does it work, Turi, with the pins and that? It's just if you pin me, it selects me like that.
I think. I mean, I knew what Aria wanted, so I just said that's how you get it. But with regards to pinning itself, yeah, we had a little play around with it. Downside of obviously pinning is you don't get the distance and speed, or the difference in speed between you and your target. You know, you have that minus and plus meters a second. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know the default key for swapping through your pins, unfortunately. It'd be in there somewhere.
I don't think there's a default for cycling pins. I think you just select your already pinned targets, I think, by default. It's been a while since I've seen it.
As far as I know, that's all there is. I just know there's 1, 2, 3 and alt 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, well, you can pin targets and then you can cycle through the pin targets. I think it's up to 4.
Is there
I
a
could be wrong
keybind
about
for
that.
it?
I don't think. Well, I'm not sure if there's a keybind already set to cycle through them. I'm not sure.
Please,
could
could I
just not
get
be
a
lazy
readout on
and
your
go
speeds,
look, but-
please?
Are you wanting to lock the flight leader without having the aim assist, Arya, or is it just something else?
No, I just wanted to. Terry knew what I wanted. I wanted to pin him so that I could see him without having to actually hard lock him, so he's not getting the annoying red. Hey, you're locked.
You can also with a pin, you can also raise and lower your gear without all that crap that
that's a
you
good point.
sometimes get.
Ooh.
Oh,
okay.
wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
Good point. Well, okay. That
Okay,
I'll buy that for $1.
We're all here minus Steve, so I'm gonna start accelerating.
Yep. Go for it. I'm still 30 gigs out. This arrow is slow.
Remember, once we start getting into atmosphere, make sure you space out a little bit so we don't get any desync collisions. Actually, after we get above like 300 meters a second, spread out a little bit so you're not directly behind anybody. And that'll be
Man,
right
it's
about now.
hard juggling.
Oh yeah. Tap,
might
tap, 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 tap.
I had my speed limiter on.
Yep.
I can't wait to get that video card so I can play. Yeah.
What are you flying at right now, Data? Are you just full speed?
We are passing through 490.
Okay.
Accelerating at about 1.3 Gs.
Or even to couple.
600, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. And will remain so.
I'm like falling behind a little bit because I'm trying to
Okay.
hammer on my.
We are now in Atmo. Starting to fall. I'm catching that.
Are you on sticks, Alpha?
Yes. Well, HOTAS.
Okay.
Alright, we've reached max speed in the Eclipse, which is 981, so the,
I'm going to put the limiter
yeah,
on.
Alpha, you'll be a little bit faster.
I'm a bit behind y'all because I fell behind when trying to balance my acceleration on mouse and keyboard. Sorry about that.
964 is as close as I'm going to get.
So just, are you talking about the speed limiter, Alpha?
Yeah.
We're going to be changing our top speeds pretty frequently every time
Yes.
the data does something.
As soon as we get down into Atmo, we're obviously going to slow down a lot because of the air resistance, and then our speed's going to change based on the altitude. If you're
And
using the limiter, then you just have to manually change it, I suppose. I'll try to get a speed that we can stay fixed at, but since we will be flying decoupled and it's so hard to balance between keyboard controls and full HOSAS. Alright, we're getting into Atmo here
That's-
now, so we will we'll be slowing down. I'm gonna start pitching up now.
I'm losing you a little bit here. I don't know why.
I'm getting some massive stuttering.
Yeah, I got that too. It's probably because I'm on TBI.
I'm purposely coming in high so I can actually catch up.
I know, it's like, I could never have as good TVI management as you because I have to look at something else.
Do you have a speed limiter on yet, Data?
I do not. Let me pop it down. Probably about 10%.
Yeah, that'd be a good number, I think.
Doing about 340.
Is the TVI off center on the crosshair in this show?
I don't think so. The pitch ladder I don't think is accurate.
Speed said it was broken in every show.
What, the pitch ladder?
Yeah.
That's
It
certainly
says
not
off
the
by a
case.
certain amount of degrees by the default, which makes sense to me.
Let's check it.
And so the Flappy Bird begins.
No, it's not the same on this one because most. What is it? The Titan at 5 degrees your level. On this ship, you have to go above 5 degrees.
I see
I'm just
this.
wrestling with stuttering and drift.
Okay, well the
Yeah,
stuttering
it's-
should be
it's hard out.
over here soon. We're getting away from New Babbage.
And I am at maximum burn to try and pick back up speed.
Yeah, I would take the speed limiter off. Data's not using a
My speed limiter
limiter.
is off. I've got. I've maxed out the
What
width.
altitude are y'all at?
We are at 33,
Okay, got it.
about 33,
I'm trying to like
60.
judge.
Right.
I'm trying to use that to factor in how close I am to y'all as I'm coming in above.
Okay,
Well, in
we are
terms of
now
the
in the
looks-
soup. I can't see anything.
Yeah, please
makes
don't
two
tell
of
me
us.
it's a mountain. In terms of looks, like in first person, looking at the formation as you fly it, Eclipse is mine works for me.
I'm having to use third person to try and navigate.
I can't tell. how
Remember,
close I am.
ping is your friend if you get in a bunch of problems.
Kind of like flying on instruments for a little bit. You're hanging from clouds.
Yeah.
Would you
I like
guys
flying
mind
through
if
the
I
soup formation.
turned on my what is it? Something or other, like the night vision add-on.
Huh?
Can't remember.
There. Reshade?
Yes, that's the one.
Oh. Why would we mind?
I just know there's a lot of people who really don't like it, so I just
No,
default
the
to turning it
racing-
off.
No, the racing community has its own. set
We
of
lean
things.
heavily into reshade, especially when we're having to race at night.
All right.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
start
if you're
pitching up
practicing a
just
track,
little bit.
it sucks to have to be at the mercy of the lighting conditions and leave all the time.
Oh wow, look at that sunrise behind us. That is beautiful.
That is beautiful. And also the nose of my arrow being massively damaged. Don't know why, 'cause they do kind of effect. Oh, it'll be re-entry.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, sometimes it visually just demolishes your ship for no valid reason.
And it shouldn't appear for everybody. Before we see it.
I had one time where it told me my Corsair was missing a wing despite the fact it very much had its wing.
Nice. They usually notice it when it falls.
I'm gonna have to use speed limiter here. With pin.
Are you
Just
not
trying to
able to
catch.
just reduce your throttle and stuff, Alpha? With your hotels?
No. Like, I'm getting, like, at best I'm getting a 10th of a second delay on all inputs.
Oh, that's not good.
So I'm just trying to At this point, I'm just going full throttle and using the limiter to control it. Gotta get a readout on the speed, so I know what I need to catch up.
It's gonna keep changing as data does different things.
I meant at the moment.
3.
I just need the speed. Let's see, right.
I guess I need to work out a good way for people on mouse and keyboard to try to fly in formation. In some ways, it's just going to be a struggle unless everybody's in coupled, speed limited.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, I can handle if it's like if we do either speed limit or coupled, I can make up for the other very easily. But both off at the same time is a little difficult, but I'll make it work. Don't worry. I'll catch up.
Alright, we're going to try a gentle right-hand turn. See how this works out. Starting now. Just rolling right. So on this turn, I'm doing nothing but rolling, what is this, like 15 degrees to the right, and then just leaning on strafe up, which is obviously not going to be something that you can do very well with the keyboard. You're actually doing pretty well though there, Arya.
Yeah, I'm the one struggling most.
Thankfully I've had plenty of practice with Terry trying to stay in formation.
Yeah, your tap game is strong.
I'm what the kids call a Flappy Bird champion. That's a joke.
The lighting on these ships right now is beautiful.
Yeah, you gotta take the key slot before we get out of the equipment data. It's really pretty,
I have to fly like slightly above you, because if I fly directly in line, I am blinded by your engine.
Yeah, these things put out ridiculous amounts of black smoke.
I'm just off the opposite Tony's side for the same reasons.
Yeah, ridiculous amount of black smoke. Not great for a stealth fighter, but you know.
That is true.
My speed does seem to be slightly higher than yours, so I am closing ever so slightly.
They did give the stealth fighters like a diffuser exhaust. It at least looks like it was designed based off of it.
Yeah, it's just right now with the fact that most of the other engines don't violently hurl off smoke like this, it kind of counteracts it.
Hey, there's a big cloud of black smoke. I wonder what's flying up there.
Exactly.
It's like you're hiding in the cloud of smoke.
I actually dunked on someone at a Ghost Hollow who was like talking mad shit about how no one could get him by turning off my engines while I dove on him from above.
Oh, that's great.
And then I got really close because he was in a Carrack, and I turned on my engine last possible second, dropped the missile right on him, and then just boosted full speed out of there. Like,
We talk shit about being unkillable in a Carrack. That's his mistake.
yeah, he was like, "Oh, no one can stop me," and I'm like, "That sounds personal."
That sounds like
That's
somebody
bait.
got their first
like,
30
here.
million.
Hold my missile.
Yeah. I'd like to
People
say I got out of there
Carrack
real nice and
bait.
clean and looked. Love to say I got out of there nice and clean and looked cool. Instead, I ate it into the nearest mountain because I didn't push up enough. But I took them with me.
I'm a master of putting myself into those kind of horrendous situations. Like, there's a mountain, you're going to get top speed towards it. Better react quickly.
Hey, Turrican.
I was doing exactly the wrong thing.
Because then if you hit something, you just lose your wings. You can make it back to port with just 2 wings. You
Based
can't make it back to
A10
port without a
moment.
cockpit.
A10 doesn't need a single.
Exactly.
Needs what, like a third of one or something crazy?
Yeah.
It can go back without the entire tail. They just have to make turns and stuff by throttling each engine up and down individually.
It also has a gun so powerful that the recoil will knock it out of the sky if it fires for too long.
Yes.
To be fair, I think that's actually most canon. I think most fighters could also use that much recoil. Look at F-35 is a higher caliber than
Yeah,
but
but
the
the thing is
Muzzle
the
velocity, though.
yeah, a lot of that's different. Also, the fact that one of those is producing a lot more thrust and more aerodynamic than the other, and it's not really
Yeah.
Leveling out here. And we're going to lower in the nose just a little bit so we're not climbing so much.
Copy. What are we lowering nose to?
Well, I would give you something in between 5 and 10, but you know, there's no numbers there, so
Copy.
I'm gonna try to get about 7.5, give or take.
Sounds good.
I am having to mash my vertical thrust.
Yeah, could you limit just a bit more data? Sorry.
Yep. Come on, limiting now. Let me slow it down a bit. Man, I wish we had percentages
It's
on
about
all
time
of
for me
these.
to go, so I'm going to break off.
Roger that.
Good playing with you.
Take it easy, man.
See ya.
Curry, what ping is that?
I can't remember the name. It's a nice one.
Camo.
The nice one.
The Twilight, maybe?
I'll check for you after, and then I'll DM it.
Yeah, I think I have.
I seen you.
Yeah, it's the one that was on yours, Saber, I think.
Okay, yeah, I'll switch back to that.
Speaking.
I didn't remember you've got a red line on the back. That's super cool.
Speaking of paint, Saber, I now own a tally, and I put the same paint that you have on yours.
Nice. I think we all went and did that the last time I played before I went to Tahoe.
I think I got my tally after you left.
Really?
Because it was just me and Terry at the time when I got it, yeah.
Huh.
And Turrican, you're like perfectly locked in back there. I've been watching you.
Yeah, I'm fully focused on this. This is a bit of a new bird for me. I've not had the Eclipse for a while, so it's taking my focus for sure.
Everybody say hi to Steve, who has made his way to information.
Hi, Steve.
Howdy, howdy. I do love the
Yeah,
arrow.
plot twist. Forgot to set your spawn.
I did.
Oh,
I did
God.
remember on my way out of the hangar.
Oh, you did remember. Okay,
I
okay.
forget.
I did remember.
I was about to be like, hey, time for a check, target lock.
It's been a while, Steve. How you been doing?
It has. I've been doing alright. Just haven't had a weekend. So, let's do that.
Staying busy. That's good.
And some Steve's good industrial ships.
I think I'm nosing up just a little bit here on purpose. I'm flying, looking back at you guys. So I'll put just as I adjust.
So I guess this is one of these ships where the aerodynamic model isn't what you want it to be, because every time you make an adjustment, I don't have much. I have to look at my TDI. I can't feel getting back to
Well,
it.
the only adjustment I should be making is just a slight change in strafe up down input.
I have this problem a lot where I'm at a slightly different pitch than you and just compensating the thrust and burn
So,
differently.
If you can take your hand off of your pitch stick and only use strafe up and down, see how that works out for you. Because that's how I'm flying right now. I'm only using forward thrust and strafe up.
God, I wish.
And then if you find yourself drifting away from me, just roll towards me a little bit to change your angle.
That's not a
And
bad
then-
tip. I'm trying to
That basically simulates the way lift works. So if you roll a little bit, the strafe up will just naturally kind of push you off to the side just a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm going to start pitching up because we're getting low.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
We're not ready to die yet.
I'm
see.
always
I'm
ready.
gonna break off for a second and turn my volumetric clouds on back in a sec.
Roger. Oh yeah, you're messing up without
I was like, why did I just fly below a white pancake? Alright, clouds.
The glories of having a computer that is ridiculously over-spec for everything right now. I have everything set to high and I'm still smooth.
those. Nice.
I forget why I turned clouds off because of my pick.
or seeing
Yeah, I turned
water
it on.
spouts.
Vision at times.
Oh, did y'all see in PTO patch notes there was something about improving performance over water?
I did
That'll
not.
help person.
I saw something about water. I didn't remember what it said, but I saw water mentioned.
Yeah, it was something like improve performance by changing how they do something at distance or whatever. I haven't tried it, but maybe we
Do you
can go
guys
back to
get
Hurston.
bad performance
I
over water?
Don't, yeah, but like, what was it 318? Performance over water was incredibly stuttery, like real bad lag for everybody in the group. You would all lag at the same time, and then, you know, you would teleport all over the place because your movement, basically your input gets suspended when the lag happens, so you end up really close or really far away, or, yeah. Steve, I love seeing your ship kind of wobble when you go back and forth.
Trying to see, yeah, so with boost, I can fly at about a 30-degree angle.
Yeah, that's what the Saber does.
How much do you get
Fun
without
to
boost?
go
You know, side to side?
Actually, without boost, I can keep up with this. So this is full yaw.
Wow.
Meanwhile, I'm back here, like, struggling.
This is giving me more appreciation for why very the Titans.
I mean,
It actually has a tail.
Yeah.
I'm having really the same issue I have in the Titan in that it's just having to balance hammer and spacebar and keeping my speed.
Yeah.
It's just mouse and keyboard gap. Like,
Data, hang your torpedoes. Yeah. What do you
oh, I
got
forgot
there,
to reload
Jerry?
this, but I don't have torpedoes to hang.
Typhoon
Typhoon.
9s.
Oh, we got all three in the front of the room.
I have laser guns, does that count?
And I would love to see a synchronized Eclipse torp dump fire. I'm sure
Well, then you should come
everything you do in the pod, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what these torps go to waste, are
No.
No.
The last FOD, I had one of the sickest A2 bomb deliveries of my life.
Alright, let's get a relatively steep left-hand bank going here. Start
Sure
rolling
thing.
now. I'm probably going to follow TVI on this one, because nose is not going to want to stay on it with aerodynamics.
Oh yeah, that red line in the back of your skin, Turi. That is gorgeous.
But my A2 bomb delivery, I actually snuck up on Turi and Zilius while they were hanging out in their ships like a couple meters apart, and I dropped my bomb directly onto Zilius's, and Zilius only saw it at the last second when he went in third person.
We should see if we can
on the Sunday. Sorry, Steve.
Oh, no, just if we can skeet shoot a bomb out of the air with dump firing missiles.
Oh God.
That is going to be
With
a
the delay
massive
and everything.
challenge.
Yeah, that would be rough. Sorry, go ahead, Saber.
I was just wondering if Zilius ever made it to one of these formation flights.
Okay, I'm going to do something a little different here. Leveling out. Okay. We were playing around with this last week, doing a nose strafe up flying.
Ah,
I like this idea.
So this is going to be, actually, this is going to be a little bit easier for you to follow us, Arya. Basically what I'm doing, what I'm going to do is reduce, or let go of strafe up completely and just fly with pitch up. I am going to put my limiter back up a little bit. Alright, going off strafe up. Going to maintain my altitude with pitch up. I'm going to try to keep the TVI right on 5 degrees.
Copy. So Aria, you are now just using your mouse and holding W. Okay.
Correct. Yep, I'm just angling up a bit steeper to get above Data's smoke.
Alright, I'm gonna reduce my... turn my limiter down just a bit so you guys should have a couple meters a second on me. The downside of flying this way is that it's going to be much harder for me to try to fly in third person looking behind. Oh, yep. This is where we need that pitch trim. But I have to say, it makes things look a lot more realistic, I think, because I can see the small little rolls as you try to adjust your angle. All right, let's try a turn to the right. Still need to roll.
The arrow is
around.
actually not too bad at this. I want to say it's also about 5 degrees up to be level.
Okay. I think it's about an 8-degree difference on the eclipse right now. Give or take. Hard to
Actually,
tell
mine
with the
might
pitch
be-
slider.
Mine might be closer to 10. But yeah, some other ships I know it's like 15 or 20, so
Yeah.
the arrow, that's not bad.
I can only imagine how miserable this would be in some of the industrial ships.
In a lot of ships, this just isn't possible.
Yeah. You're not getting
you
any
have
lift,
to-
you're just pointing your mains at the ground.
Yeah. It'll work when you first start, but you lose so much speed that you get to the point where you're just not producing any lift at all with deflection, and you'll start to sink.
Need to try
Yeah,
the
I like-
tally.
The tally works.
flatly
I
refuse.
tested it.
Yeah. I think it would work well because it has such weak verts. Almost how you have to fly it already.
That's how I usually fly it, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, this looks pretty good. Let's steepen this turn up. Increasing roll angle.
This actually feels pretty nice.
I have to say, I know Maze is a little bit sad about losing MAV power while you're flying in Atmo, but I think I'm going to enjoy not having to hold strafe up when we get lift, assuming it works the way that I want it to.
Oh yeah, it's one less thing to do.
Yeah.
Get back to the simple. Simple.
I was talking to a friend of mine and he was saying like I don't know the physics too much, but like whatever they call it, like the wing loading or the conversion of drag to lift on, aircraft wings is like 14 to 1. Whereas in
Right.
game it feels like it's about 1 to 1. Like your drag is about equal to how much lift you get. It's like, oh my god, these things will feel, if there's actual lift from the wings instead of it just deflecting,
Yeah.
it'll feel great.
Yeah, it
It-
should make
it'll also-
performance way better.
If they model it correctly, as you speed up, it'll also feel exceedingly different on each of these ships from how they fly below supersonic, because those two flight models are completely different.
Yeah. Someone posted a video and off topic a little while ago where they, some folks for fun, they put a U-Haul truck model in a wind tunnel that
I
they used
saw
for
that,
supersonic
yeah.
testing. Yeah, it was like, so they made it go like hypersonic or supersonic, but they talked about how sometimes things when you are hypersonic are completely different. Like you'll, thrust in a direction and go the opposite direction and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So yeah, I wonder what they'll do with this at the boundary.
Yeah, like whenever we're designing launch vehicles for going to space, we have to. It's got completely different thrust profiles versus when it's sub or supersonic. Granted, most non-manned rockets are below they're subsonic for so little time it doesn't really matter. They just kind of brute force through that flight. But like manned ones, because there's only certain levels of acceleration thrust you can outpour at once, or literally vibrate an astronaut apart.
Yeah.
Have to take different levels of all that.
Oh, that's funny when you have squishies on board.
Yeah,
It's exactly.
It's honestly crazy how much consideration you have to make for the pilots in a real aircraft or spaceship Like, if anybody climbed in a ship like we have in Star Citizen, they would literally become mush pretty quickly with the G-forces that get pulled constantly.
Oh, and that's with pressure suits. And doing,
Yeah,
like,
but pressure
World War
suits
II
only gonna
dive
do so
bombing and
much.
stuff, you were... No, I'm just saying, like, for people did this stuff in pretty fast aircraft before they invented that. Like, the speeds and the G-forces are getting pretty high before they even had pressure suits. In World War II, like, most dive bomber pilots supposedly would black out in the pull-up phase. Like, it was almost expected.
Oh, wow. One thing I remember, I forget if someone posted it or if I was looking it up, but I was trying to figure out the acceleration of, like, an F-35 engine. I want to say it was about 1G. Like, it's kind of crazy to me that and maybe that depended on the speed, but, you know, your main engine is about a G, but, you know, you're pulling up to 9 vertical. It's like, because in, you know, in this game, we're used to being able to pull, what, 10, 20 forward easily. Like, imagine if we only had about a G of acceleration forward. You know, it would fly very different. Like, losing speed would be so painful.
Well, you'd have 1G forward, and then what would your retro be? It'd be like 2 or something.
Yeah, right. It'd be air brakes, I guess.
Yeah, basic. Oh man, air brakes would be awesome. I would totally take some like speed brakes and stuff. Like air brake surfaces.
I know we're gonna get control surfaces, but it's gonna make me sad if you know, in SCM your top speed is gonna be limited by the flight system and not
I know.
the aerodynamics. Nav mode will be fine, but
I actually really don't like the changes that they've said for the new PTU in space. They make sense in atmosphere, but the way they're handling it in space, I'm like, well, no.
yeah, the flight model is super weak for the players. They need to spend more time with it, give some feedback.
When did planets get added? Which patch was that? It was 3.14, I think, was the last flight model change. I'm trying to remember if we even had Atmo when they changed it last time.
So 3.14, I think, did a balance pass. I want to say it was 3.10 that added the proper model, and then 3.5 had a, like, everything is a brick, but has, like, very limited aerodynamics. Like, they modeled everything as a, you know, a box, I think, but
is that
cross-section.
Is that back when the Starfarer didn't have enough power to do a full vertical out of 1G? I remember when New Babbage first got put in. Just for kicks, I tried to fly a Starfarer out, and you literally could not climb more than, I want to say, like a 40-degree angle, because your main thruster didn't have enough power to keep accelerating you out. So you had to fly up at an angle, which was, you know, more realistic for a ship that size. I think it took me like 20 minutes to get up to space.
I think it was the space was 100 kilometers instead of like 10 or 15 like it is now. So yeah, it was just, you just couldn't.
It also depends on how powerful the main engines are in that thing. Like, from what I understand about the 890, it does make sense that thing can go straight up in Atmo, because from what I've read on it, at least, the 890's engines are hella chunky.
Yeah, and they did something with the, I guess, like the drag profile. I don't know, I think they said something where they have a lower drag coefficient on the, like, fancy ships with the shiny materials or whatever, so Origin ships tend to have, or at least for the 890 for whatever reason, it gets a lot less drag than some of the big chunkers, so yeah, it goes really fast in a straight line and struggles to turn. I don't know, I just really love how it flies in Atmo. Like, yeah, you can just point and it cuts through the air.
You might need to drop formation and go into line here. I'm going to try to do some low altitude maneuvering.
So if you want to take 2, I'll go behind you.
Oh, are we? I was going to try to hold it anyway.
Still with no strafe up.
Yeah.
I just want to see what this feels like.
Oop. Break out. I started nosing too close.
Alright, we're holding formation then. Copy.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think because our top speed lowered, we have to be farther off TVI.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because, like, we're going slower because the atmosphere is thicker, but, you know, we should be getting more deflection lift because it's thicker. I wonder how that works out in the numbers. Maybe it was just because we were going through a turn, because on the pitch ladder it looks similar.
Might have something to do with how much help our main is giving, or yeah.
You know what we could do, Terry? We could go into a line formation and then, or like a mountain. one after
Oh
another.
wow, that's a whiteout.
Yeah, I can't see anything. I was going to turn because I thought there was a valley to our left, but all I
Right.
see is bright sunlight. And my ping is not
Wow.
showing anything on the left because it's so bright.
Oh,
We're just going to keep flying straight here. I think we're
Who
good.
wants to race Icebreaker? Dawn.
Been there, done that.
Wow.
I've actually been meaning to try learning Icebreaker. I want to learn one of the actual tracks.
It's
a good
probably one of the easier ones to race starting off, actually. Because the
I am
kids are
very
so
new
wide.
when it
wide.
comes
Starting
to
to
racing,
learn.
so.
It's very
Skyscraper is the
forgiving.
next track you unlock after Icebreaker. So since you're already starting on Skyscraper, you might just stay there.
Also, when
Well,
it gets
I'm
to
doing the,
BTU,
We're doing
the
the hard
heavily
right-hand
modified
bank.
version.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve has one of those
Like-
for all the tracks he does school on.
yeah, I need to make a little mini guide. I actually ended up liking the Skyscraper one. It was a little funky, but
It was fun. I just keep taking that first corner way too tightly. That
Yeah.
the one I kept missing and like slamming into things, I keep doing that.
Rolling
Steve,
out.
imagine doing racing school in the Arena Commander. That would be fantastic.
yeah, I mean, especially when we get private lobbies. Yeah, just the respawn will help people a lot. Or I was thinking, you know, in free flight would be a good one. I just know right now, depending on the map or the mode you pick, you'd end up with match with other folks. But yeah, I definitely would do that. I know there's a lobby limit of 8, but even so.
Does anybody offhand know the IRL cruise speed of a B1 bomber?
B1?
Yeah.
It's classified data. It's classified.
You mean the
Sorry.
Oh
It's
no!
okay, I think.
Hi.
Rip. I think I dipped back too much.
Do you mean
Apologies.
the B2?
B2 is the new one, right?
No.
No, the B2 is the
Oh,
Spirit.
B3 is what I'm thinking is the
B1B
new
is
one.
the
Right,
like-
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
so
yeah,
the
that
B2.
produces those.
Is it?
B1 is the like giant
I'm
fighter.
assuming it's
I
super,
guess.
right? Supersonic?
I believe so, but it is classified what its actual cruise speed is.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
just curious how fast it is. Because right
The-
now
the
we're
B-
doing...
The B1's supposed to be the fastest.
We're definitely subsonic.
yeah, legally, I can say I know what it is. I'm not allowed to say anything past that.
No, yeah. Don't get us all in trouble now.
No. 'Cause I actually work for the company that produces those.
Yeah, we don't need Discord in the news again.
Again. Nah, man, it'll be War Thunder forms.
It's nuts how those are still so heavily classified because they are 45 plus year old technologies now. And it's like,
Yeah, but
nope,
it's still
our
active
adversaries
technology.
still
Yeah.
well, yeah, our adversaries still haven't even started to scratch the surface of our bomber tech. Like they're much closer on fighters.
I mean, look at the. Well, no. No, they are not.
They're much further on bombers.
Hey,
I'm not saying they're that
China's really
close
good at
technically.
copying the outside.
But China
they
has
can-
no AWACS equivalent at all. They have no
They-
bomber equivalent at all. They still run their AWACS beacons out of helicopters. Like,
Yep.
but they're
China's-
far behind on fighters. Like, I know they're full shit, but they're further behind on everything else.
Yeah, and then the Russians, it's not even a joke. Their planes are just bad.
I don't know. I heard the Sukhois were better than the J, but I guess we don't really know what the J's do per se.
Let me put it this way: the top of the line Russian fighter right now, in Sims, routinely gets bodied by an F-16.
Well, and yeah, the F-16 does what it does so well. It's like it's hard.
The issue with the Russians is they're heavily corrupt, and their tech reflects that.
They also only
And
have
well, and the
like,
training and all
8.
that. It's
They have like 8.
Yeah,
Whatever. So they don't actually have a functional fleet.
8 and 5 of them are test beds that don't actually have weapons.
Better than the Iranians. They just have like
Wow.
a fucking scale model drone that they fly around.
I remember
Yeah.
hearing
Yeah.
something about the one of the Russian carrier where it was something like all the money that was supposed to maintain it was grafted, so they basically the entire budget is spent.
I think
like
it's
basically
the
keeping it
you're
afloat.
talking about. Is it
So-
the repairs? It was supposed to have a refit budget, and instead they lit it on fire like twice. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Russians were so bad with their carrier that they legitimately just gave up.
Yeah.
that thing
They
is
said-
so.
But they like can't scrap it, or it's something crazy where like it's
Yeah, they
the-
can't
it's a money pit.
Well, they sold its sister ship to the Chinese. That's the Chinese's tech demonstrator. Is the sister
Yep.
ship to the what's it? It's not the Nakamov. It's the
The dog shit them off.
yeah, the tugboat Amov.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm coming back in the arrow.
Alright,
you know, this-
I'm flying third
wing
person
three.
looking behind, so if there's a mountain, let me know.
we have to
right
show
now it's
Mostly an
on
ice
flat.
field, I think you're good.
we have to show Steve the Knox.
Yeah, we can give that a shot. I'm trying to do this in third person.
Oh,
and
hi,
judge
Terry.
my distance by the shadow.
So Steve, the coolest way to observe like people in formation and stuff, and just looking at them, is to get the bikes out, because you can drive them like sideways and backwards at essentially the same speeds. So you can like drift circles around ships if they're close to the ice and going slowly enough. It's pretty awesome.
That is cool. I thought there was like a massive speed.
Oh my, oh, yep,
Well,
nope,
they go
nope,
200.
Nope, nope. Okay, I was
Straight
sliding on
arrows.
the ice there for a minute.
Yeah, just
What, you're not gonna drift another Connie?
No big deal.
So how many Twitch VODs would this be now, Data? Are we live on 49 or?
Oh yeah, this is 49. I think I've streamed
Oh,
every single
Twitch.
one of them. You know, because Twitch changed the way VODs are saved now. After a week, unless you're a partner, they basically get deleted, which is why I started putting them up on YouTube. I don't have all of them on YouTube, but I have probably 3/4.
So next week,
Oh, you're
I'm
hitting
down
the ground
again.
again.
next week
Yep.
is 5-0, yeah?
I actually
Ow.
think the bomb is absorbing
Yeah,
it. I'm not actually touching it. I'm literally bouncing on the torpedo.
I love flying
But-
through your emissions. This is awesome.
Oh, you're stuttering, I think, because the game is trying to. You're like, he's colliding. No, he's not. He's colliding.
Yeah.
Somehow you're also going faster.
Am I accelerating right now?
Yeah,
You're
you're
pulling
pulling
ahead.
ahead of me.
I'm doing 270. Oh,
I am angled.
like 276.
I'm at
Oh, we're doing like 290, but it keeps.
I'm at 228. I'm at 228.
Oh yeah, I'm pulling away.
This is really
What?
fun data. This is a really fun formation. The ground torpedo formation.
You found that layer for the Nox advert, Data. That's what you've done.
All right, I'm gonna try something here. You're about to hit me. Oh, you did. You bumped me. You changed my vector. Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
I don't know.
Don't be right behind me. I'm gonna let off the accelerator in 3, 2, 1. Dead throttle.
This is fucking
Oh
dangerous.
god.
Data, this is.
Don't worry. Shoot! I just got a total stutter.
Yeah, I
This
was
is the
100%
coolest
worried
shit
there,
ever.
Derek, and you. I don't know how you didn't hit me.
Skills.
Data, you gotta try staying in formation with me while we drag these turns. That is really fun.
Reminds me of I forget which Zero-G race I was practicing for, but
I'm surprised we're
I
still
was using the
going
Mustang
here.
with gear down, and if I hit something with the gear, I'd take no damage. So it was kind of like having a bumper, but only on the bottom.
We
Like
just
it's
found
like
out
With
how
that
to
beautiful
how to
gun.
do cool looking landings without having the gear down on the ice.
That's amazing. Thank you.
This is.
We're still sliding
awesome.
here. We are still
I know.
sliding.
I get.
I'm full power off,
Uh-oh.
and
Oh, something just.
Woo.
This is
Huh,
great.
yeah, I probably need that.
That looked. I mean, that looked great.
It looks like a real air show accident.
That
do
was
we
like,
still have? Yeah, we still have full.
oh my
control here,
goodness,
too.
the eclipse!
Yeah. I was
Who's
flying
the
and
other
then it
eclipse?
just.
Come join us, Arya. Come drop your torp and come join us on the ice. I want to do this.
I'm dead.
Oh.
Yeah,
that was me.
Sorry, I thought
Arya
that was a
go,
Titan.
Arya win boom.
You look
I mean,
like
I
you're
got-
really taxiing right now, dude. This is better than the wheels.
This is way better than wheels because I don't have to hold strafe up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to like show off and buzz in as low as I could, and my wing slightly clipped a rock that was up that I didn't see. I lost it, and then I just lost complete control.
Well, you definitely put on a pretty good show.
Thank you.
The Mustang also, you can land it on the skids, kind of like a helicopter. So the Mustang is also can. I've been wanting to do the landing challenge, Turkin challenge with the Mustang.
Can the
All right,
can the
Terry, you
Gladius
ready?
keep up with the Eclipse and all that?
If
wait,
it
I wanna
can,
try
but
something,
we could just
David.
slow it down. Oh no.
Stand by.
What could go wrong? Remember, we are going to start
would-
stuttering a lot when we get up to speed.
Uh,
You know,
Block you with
This
the
is a
torp,
new race, right? This is the new race.
Oh, like the new Nomad ground race?
Yeah, new Nomad. But we don't have to worry about taking damage because the torpedo is absorbing all the collision.
Okay,
Is it
okay if I
so
bring
I'm going to
my,
try to hold
Gladius
formation
down?
with you as you do things, but in this orientation.
Is it okay if I bring my Gladius down?
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah,
seeing
that just
your,
happens to
I'm
be.
gonna see how long the arrow lasts. Doing the
I'm
same.
seeing your wings rolling. Are you inputting roll? Saber?
No.
Okay.
No.
God, I can't
Yeah,
see.
the skating
Oh
is fun.
god.
Skating is fun in the arrow.
I can't really see you. It's all just white out.
Yeah, you're covering me. Oh, we're
You know,
getting
I'm
into
just
some
gonna lock
bumpies
you.
here.
I'm just gonna deal with it. Oh shit!
Steve's gone as well.
We ran out of flat ice.
I think that might be more dangerous facing backwards than it was forwards.
I
You
wonder why.
definitely have the disadvantage of not being able to see where you're going.
Look-
Did you
Look
soft
at my
death or you?
intact. No, I'm dead, but my ship
Oh.
is perfectly intact. Can you see if my torpedo is damaged or something down there?
Let's see what we got. Whoop. The one torpedo you had out the bay is gone, but all three of them are still in the bay. It probably just retracted when you blew up.
Yeah, I wonder what killed. Maybe I like blew up the bay or something.
I think you
'Cause it
hit
was
one
the
of
torp
those.
that hit. I think.
Yeah, but I think it caught and just dragged it back into the ship down so hard it blew you up.
Do we want to
Alright.
meet at the? Is the city in daylight right now?
Yeah.
Bike
I'll
path.
meet you
Yeah.
there.
It is. Yep.
I'm gonna do a takeoff here, Turrican.
Copy, I'm watching.
Arrow still good? Or
Are we meeting back at the? Are we meeting
Yeah.
back at?
Arrow was fine. Yeah. Oh, that's a tough. We need to adjust. Angle.
I could bring up
Boy.
my A2 for fun.
You think the tally does that? I feel like we already tried this, but can it ride its engines like skids?
You want to find out? I'll go back
not
in and get
long.
my tally right now.
You
Actually,
can't do
yeah.
it for very long. You'll lose it pretty quick.
Oh.
The engines, I mean.
Well, I'm gonna go
Lame.
get a bike out, so I am bringing my tally.
I can bring my A2 down for fun reasons. Don't ask what fun is.
Oh, that arrow looks so good back there, Turrican.
Fun definitely doesn't include excessive amounts of explosions and violence. Haha.
You guys all have torpedoes.
Well, that's right, because it's not excessive.
I'm kind of falling in love with this no strafe up flying.
Yeah, that was actually really nice for me. I liked it a lot.
I really enjoyed that. It felt less stuttery too, because that's kind of like racing boost versus no boost. Everybody wasn't
Yeah,
putting
right.
in different amounts of straight up.
It's removing one of the variables. So it's, yeah, the transitions are much smoother.
I feel like the
Are we
arrow
meeting at
too-
Tressler or back at Babbage?
We could just meet at Babbage.
Okay.
Alright,
I
Terry,
will
I'm
monitor
gonna
that.
I'm gonna pull up hard.
I feel like the Hurricane for the no strafe up flying, it's like another 5 or so degrees above what we were doing in the arrow.
How much is the Hurricane? I've never flown one, so I can
Like
get
2.8.
No, it's like 1.2.
Million and a bit.
Is it
I can spawn
Yeah.
one at Tressler.
Steve's
I'm
got
already
lovely
at a-
skin on.
Yeah, next down.
Yeah. I've never flown it before, so.
I really love how it flies. When people ask what my favorite ship is, it's usually
I'm slowly converting over to the Titan, though, Steve. I love the way the Hurricane flies. It's just you have to be at full power to get that, which is what, like 400 meters a second. The Titan can do.
It just feels great.
Yeah, it can do all the things we want it to do, but at a speed that's slow enough that observers can watch if we're trying to do a show.
And it's big enough too that you can still see it. It's not like a super tiny ship.
Yeah.
My favorite ship has nothing to do with how it flies. It's entirely how it looks. I fucking love the Corsair.
And we couldn't decide which angle to put the wings on, so we did one of each.
I
Of the Corsair.
Give me a busted tally.
Alright, Jerry, gonna
Yeah,
just
so-
slow down here and get a bead on New Babbage.
I'm at Babbage as well, so you can also just go to me if that's easier.
Down here, Babbage too. I know one thing I love about how the Corsair flies is the two diagonal wings kind of function like a tail. So if you you can strafe left and right to get that extra yaw, especially if you boost.
Yep.
I don't know. There's so many things you can do flying it. Like you can kick
I've
the
used
control
that.
on and off. Yeah.
I was really
That's
bummed
actually-
out on Drake Day for IAE when we were doing formation flying the Drake ships. We were working our way through the list, and like we'd flown everything but the Corsair, and then the game broke.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Well, maybe 'cause everybody gets the Corsair all month, right? We could do a
Yeah,
Corsair for
we
the
probably
party
should.
Oh, do we have
What
it?
is?
Interesting.
Yeah, I have it. It's ready.
Okay,
Everybody
next
has a
spawn.
Corsair.
We could just deliver them all to Babbage, like if we're meeting up.
Oh yeah, and they
I'm,
should be deliverable, right?
I'm jumping now,
Yeah.
Jerry.
If we want Corsair, I'll go land at Babbage and start
Oh,
the
that could
timer
be
for bringing mine
that
down.
could be fun with the Nox. Oh, yeah, you can fold the wings and have the ramp down with the gear up. We could try, because that's a bigger cargo bay than we usually mess with.
Yeah. Ooh. Should I go start the timer on spawning my Corsair?
Yes.
Alright. Now I'll
Or you
head over to
could
Babbage.
just land. Yeah, you could just land at Babbage and do it there.
That's what I was doing.
Don't remember where mine is.
Yeah, the kick on the Beetle and strafe up. If in the I think it's on the formation flight where Labath posted those videos of the Corsair and Turi. That was my Corsair, and I actually did flip on the Beetles to boost up and get that climb going.
Oh wow.
It was pretty nice.
The data, I'm looking at it, and I think the geometry of the tail fins, the sort of cross-shaped tail fins, I think the bottom ones would contact the ice. But if we like knock those off or something, these things might be able to do.
Ship modification.
I think I've done a belly landing
Huh.
on the Titan when we did a Titan day. with
I
gear
mean,
up.
if you're gonna fly Titan, man,
could
just,
belly land
just
things.
put
Yeah.
down
Put the
the
gear
gear. It looks so good.
But
So
being able to stay that way is different.
So I noticed in the Gladius,
Ooh, sorry,
if I
Jerry.
want to fly level, if I want to fly level with no strafe up in the Gladius, my TVI is actually at like -5.
Okay, yeah,
That's
that
not
sounds
bad.
about in line with. Actually, -5 might be one of the better ones. The
Yeah, I
better
was
offsets.
because I had my nose sitting nice even on 0. My TVI was at -5 and it was perfectly level.
One thing is with the HUD offsets, I've noticed some ships have their 0 at -5 or whatever. So
Yep.
I think
lining it up with the horizon definitely helps you. Make sure
it doesn't adjust to
different
your head the way that a real, like a real 3D HUD like that on like modern aircraft, it's like looking through a laser sight or something. If you're not lined up with it properly, you won't have the visuals.
Landing complete. Have a